Hey everyone, welcome to another video. I'm going to talk about Tron X. However, I will mention this now. I'm not a financial advisor. I have limited resources on what I'm using today because there is no white paper due to plagiarism. Now that is one red flag I want to mention straight away. They got kind of called out on plagiarism a few months back and removed their white paper to redo it. Invest at your own risk, obviously, but obviously do your own research. Do not use my video alone because you're a fucking idiot if you do that. Use other people's, use your own research and stuff like that. Tron X is an ambitious project and I'm going to talk about how ambitious it is, but first I want to talk about the supply. This will put people off. 100 billion. I'm not an investor of that kind of high supply, just not my style. I'd like to go for 1 billion and this has got 65 billion circulating. So price movements, it requires a fucking load of volume to get it moving, but ultimately the hype train will happen. Now, it's already been and gone, the hype train, it will come back, it always will. New people, hi newbies, you will always do this because it's always going to happen. You will go onto CoinMarketCap, you get very, very excited at the prospect of buying new coins. You will look at the likes of Ripple, Cardano, Stellar, IOTA, Tron, all the ones that look really, really cheap at the time, and you think, oh, I'm going to buy a lot of these, I'm going to go to Bitcoin levels, yeah, rich, Lambos. That's what you do, and I know you do it because don't deny it. And so, yeah, that's going to happen. And Tron X was one of those coins. It went up to 21 cents, all-time high, which is fucking a lot. And I got free Tron X when I was in Binance ages ago. And pretty awesome to know that I did get a load of freebies, and I sold a piece somewhere. I sold about $50 worth because I didn't get that much. But again, I was never interested in Tron. I'm not an investor in it. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm just going to basically give out my thoughts of what it is and kind of where to go with it. But again, yeah, not an investor. This puts me off. Too big for me, but honest opinion. So we're going to talk about it. So I want to go into the person behind it first because it's a bit easier. Justin Sun, very clever guy. Been mentioned in Forbes a few times. He's former chief representation officer or whatever it was. Created China Ripple, all that sort of stuff. So I'm not a fan of Ripple, but ultimately he has like background in blockchain and obviously cryptocurrency, which is good. He's also been in Forbes twice, under 30s entrepreneur of the fucking year or whatever, and key figures of 2017, all that kind of shit. So he has a lot of like people behind him, backing him. He has a lot of companies underneath him as well. So he's doing pretty damn well. In terms of developers, a lot of good developers here. He's got obviously 15 years experience there. You got 3 years technical development, 4 years technical development. You got a lot of them. It's not so much the experience, they've got a lot of them, which is good. A lot of developers is always a good sign. They also have a timeline of where they've been and stuff, but obviously read this in your own time. Naturally, they have a prior history. So Tron Foundation established in March 2014, so it's quite an oldish company. So it's good. It's a good start. And then there we go. The Tron Foundation was established in Singapore. Then this is where they started to get into crypto world, and yeah, the rest is history. So, kind of a bit about the team. Looking at your own time, do a bit of research on these guys. Depending on how much research you go into, will depend on how much you uncover. In terms of DApps, this is essentially what they are aiming to do. So, technically, Tron is a way in. Oh, bear with me, my phone just tickled me. There we go. So essentially, it's going to be Web 4.0. So if we go on the home page first, I'll give you an idea of what it is. Now, the one thing I will say is a very ambitious project, make web decentralized. Again, Web 4.0. Its aim is to make the digital and entertainment content essentially decentralized. So the likes of your app stores and all that kind of stuff, all the apps and stuff for entertainment, video streaming, all that kind of shit, all on a decentralized area to make it desensitized, make it decensorship, or what, I can't remember the word for it, demonetization, all that kind of stuff. So it's avoiding to pay out for advertisers and all, get rid of all that shit that goes on with it, and like the commission based, and making it so we actually own the data. Happy days, makes it a lot better for us. Also, they do have more information in terms of how it all works. Now, this is all jargon for me. I don't like to like spiel this off to people because people ultimately like to read this in their own time. The good thing about having no white paper is I don't have to bore you to death. Now, the one thing that is good, it is going to be an ecosystem of Web 4.0. Very ambitious, this bit. Web 3.0 is not even ready yet, and they're already doing this. So, pretty ambitious in my honest opinion. But it has a lot of users within 100 countries, so over what, 300 30 million users or whatever, I don't bloody know, in 100 users. Whether they do have that or not, whether it is true, but if you do the maths, it kind of adds up here. So you've got 10 million on Piwoo, and then Uplive, you've got 20 million, and then you've got obviously like the Gifto, and Bitmain. So these kind of like users and partners are pretty good. If you don't know what this is essentially Justin Sun's company. It's essentially like Instagram in a way, but for audio sharing and stuff like that. Uplive is basically live streaming, so that's pretty cool. And then Gifto is virtual gifting, so you can actually gift people stuff. So they're going to use stuff like that as rewards on their platform. And then obviously you got mine and stuff like that. One thing I do want to mention is this little one pager here. It's not the greatest, but this is as easy as you're going to get in terms of explaining what it is. So essentially it gives you an idea of what it is. It's going to be low cost, user friendly, unique design, smart contracts, blah, blah, blah. In terms of like the future of TronX, it's going to have different sort of things such as Tron Power, so you can have influence within the ecosystem. It's going to have a roadmap up to 2025. It's a pretty big like ambitious project in terms of decentralizing it all. Now the problem you got is there's no product just yet, so you need to wait out for that. But it's got a lot of stuff to do. It's a long way off. It's got a lot of potential in it. So the more announcements they get, more partnerships they get, more users they get, more people on board with this idea, the better it will go. But you're fighting the battle of centralized versus decentralized. So essentially you're going Google and Apple versus the likes of Tron. So it's pretty big in terms of like the D apps and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. But again, this will come linked in with the likes of Lisk, who are aiming to do decentralized apps for phones. So the more that is happening within the crypto world, the more opportunity is going to be for Tron. So if that makes sense, a long way to go. And that's the problem you've got with the likes of these projects. It's still very, very new, very unproven. But again, it has all the kind of transparency here to kind of see how it works. Now, on GitHub, you have the code. So I'm not the best at looking at code, but again, it does have it all there. It actually gives you an inkling of what is happening in terms of their updating of their protocols and stuff. But again, just read through what you believe that this project is going to do. Personally, as an investor, I wouldn't be touching this because the supply is pretty high, and I think it is a very ambitious project for the long term. But again, if you like the ambitious project and you are willing to sit for at least 2 to 3 years, this might be a wise investment at a cheaper price. I still think 3.5 cents is quite high for the amount of supply that there is. I think it will go lower over the next month or so if we are still within a bear market. But again, that is just my kind of way of looking at things. So essentially, the simple line is you've got to keep in consideration what this is. How much is the entertainment ecosystem going to take a bash from this, and how much resistance it's going to give? I think having the likes of Tron is a good idea for us, the consumer. But again, I also think it's going to have a lot of opposition. It is a very, very ambitious project, and you've got to remember that in terms of its unique problem it's trying to solve. Yes, it's solving a problem, but is it too much of a disruptor to the centralized world? Probably, but we'll see. So there's my review. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hope you like it. I do apologise for the limited amount of resources I do have, because the old white paper has been literally burnt and destroyed, and this one is essentially shit. So we'll wait for the new one and see where we go from there.